Wow, I was recording with the fan on. Dead. Let's do rolling. You know, I'm not used to this thing. Rolling. I be roll. I be Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ugo the Gogo, but my full name, the name my mama gave me, Ugochukwu Eluchie. Today I'll be talking to you guys about my NYSC experience. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram or my social media platforms, you know that while I was away from YouTube, I started a podcast. So if you are a true family member of this squad, please go to my Instagram page and you would not my Instagram page actually, the links in the description box. I'll put my podcast links there so you can listen. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, some on SoundCloud, like everywhere that you can listen to a podcast is literally there. Okay, so now back to what we're talking about. In that podcast here, I spoke about the camp experience, so what it was like getting to camp and the whole process of registration as an international student. But this time around, I think I'm going to talk to you based on the scheme itself. So I'll talk about it. No, not even the scheme. I'll talk about my work experience. So NYSC stands for National Youth Service Corps in Nigeria, where graduates will take out 1 year. After graduation, they would serve the nation. So they would do 3 weeks compulsory camp, and then they would serve their nation by working wherever like the government posts them to. So the different states. The idea is that it would foster integration, unity in the nation. I don't know if it does that, but let's get to it. So I served in Abuja, FCT, the Federal Capital Territory. I said territory of Nigeria. I thought that being in Abuja, since it was like the capital of Nigeria, it would be bougie. It is the bougie-est of the others, but it's not that great. Honestly, it's not that great. So when I started, I did my camp experience. I'll just leave my podcast to gist you about the camp experience. I did that with my friend Inye. I now was posted to an organization and I was supposed to work there. Now, the thing about this NYSC scheme is that, so if, for example, you were working somewhere before you started the NYSC scheme, yeah, your office can write a letter requesting you to come and work there as a copper for that 1 year. They'll hire you as a copper. And you don't need the government to post you to any of their random places that they give out to corps members. So I had a place that I wanted to work at. So I already got them to send the letter to NYSC and I got posted there. Through the help of like an aunt, because NYSC, the scheme is very slow. So even when you can give them a letter that, oh, this is the organization that I'm working with or I'm in affiliation with and I want to be posted there, they can literally ignore it. They're very slow. The way things are done, you would think that they operate with typewriter. You won't even believe that there are systems in place, like or supposed systems in place to help us with this registration process. So I was posted to this place. Now it's an organization. It's an organization, like I said, and a very big one at that. In fact, it's the one that people would envy you for being in. So it was like, oh my God, you're privileged to be here. So that was the mindset that I took in when I went there. I was like, I'm so privileged to be here. I'm so privileged to be here. I would not grumble. I will not be sad. I would not complain. I will do my best and I will bring out my best. Okay, so I started my day one. And when I got into the company, I came in with my khaki. They call it khaki. It's green and white and with the jacket and your cap. So I got in there and I was asked to wait. The HR asked me to wait. They told me that that they would post me where I'm going to work, like the department I'm going to serve at. Thankfully, it was HR, but another division of HR. So I got in there and they showed me the division I was working with. I was like, okay, nice, cool, I'll learn something from here. And the lady in charge of my unit's cubicle, not the whole of HR, cubicle, she comes to me and says, oh, so obviously they have all your details. So they know that you're an international student, whatnot. They know where you schooled, they know your degrees, your grades, whatever, like they know it. So I'm sure my details were delivered to her. She comes to me and goes, international students. International students don't behave themselves. I'm not a fan of international students. They'll come with their long weave and their this, and when you give them work to do, they will not do. Some of them, because of the connects they have, they will go and report you to whoever has brought them in here. But I won't be expecting that from you, right? Now I'm thinking, I mean, like, you could have had a bad experience with an international student, quite alright. But why are you projecting? Why are you projecting? You just met me. Do you understand? Like, that was my mind. Like, why are you projecting? You just met me. But I was like, Ugo, calm down. You know that you have to honor, you have to submit to your authorities, you have to be respectful. So I was like, no, don't worry. So with that in mind, when I started working, I actually did not wear a weave to work. I had my natural hair on then. I packed it and I was trying not to be noticeable so that I don't fit into the stereotype. What is stupid like mindset. So when I started working, I noticed that this lady called the shots in that cubicle. I need to understand the power dynamics in Nigeria. In that cubicle, she called the shots. Just the cubicle. But would behave as though she called the shots in the whole company, which was fine. I mean, she was my oga, so who cares? Now, what even got me upset was even how things were handled. So this lady, for some weird reason, had some issues about me. Like, in fact, I won't even say it's about me. Actually, let me actually change that. It's not about me, but she had her own issues in general. So she could come to the office today and she's very happy. And if she's very happy, you have to be happy. Or she'll come to the office and she's very angry. And everybody just has to be angry. So I think one of these days, this lady comes to the office and she used to give us like weird work. Now, in fact, let me even give you this tip for an NYSC person. Big organizations, might not give you work. Honestly speaking, they might not give you work. I know people run away from the schools and from the whatever, but all these parastatals, you don't do work. You don't do work, except there's somebody that is interested in your growth and wants to see you like move forward. There's somebody that has agenda for growth, like a development plan. But there's nobody like that, you won't do work. So the things that we used to do were things like tea. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Washing of plates, filling Excel sheets, filling documents manually. I'm not joking, guys. Photocopy, print, and I was a bit disappointed because I was excited about this experience. I was like, for the sort of money that I'll be getting, I'm sure the work would be. It wasn't. So, and it wasn't challenging me mentally. In fact, let me tell you what made my NYSC experience. It was my weekends. So during my weekends, I would let my friends teach me certain things about editing, about creativity, because I was sort of interested in that thing. And then the fellowship I was going to then were full of lots of creative people. So it got me connects to different people. Even on my CDS days, I would go to my friend's office, sit down there, like literally sit down there and be writing the plans that I have. The plans that are in actualization in this year. It's things I wrote when I was doing my NYSC. Yeah, we were not doing any work, and it was a bit like funny to me because of the type of organization that I was working for. Now, I remember one day this lady comes to the office and says, "Oh, please, I want you guys to rearrange the whole documents in this office." Like, now the documents in this place can date back to 19 something. can be 1990 something, even 2000. Like, she's supposed to can bring everything down and start to arrange them, like put them in order of dates and time and age, alphabetical, whatnot. That's what she asked us to do. Now, in my own cubicle, there were just two of us, so I mean the work fell on two of us, so we were doing it. Now, the thing about me is that I like all this writing. I like to write. So when it was time for work about writing, typing, I'll tell my guy, oh, I want to do. But what I realized is that this there was a bit of uneven. The work was not shared evenly, because I realized that I ended up doing a lot more work than my partner at certain points in times, and it was as if I sort of covered the lapse. Do you understand? And the sort of organization we're working for, they thrive on eye service. So me, I'll do the back end work. I'll do the Excel. I want to do the writing down, but they won't see it. But then my partner would get to do the things that they would see, and they'll be like, oh, hardworking. And I'm not really bothered about that, but it was very unfair with the way it seemed as if I wasn't doing the work that I was doing. So anyway, when we did that thing, we arranged all the documents. I'm not joking. I came back one night and then at home, and I was crying. I was saying, moment my body was paining me, and I realized that I was falling sick. Like, I was actually falling sick towards even the end of my NYSC, because I was tired. Like, the kind of things I was doing. I was doing manual labor. I'm not even gonna lie, manual labor. And one day, after arranging this thing, I even did Excel sheets. We did diagram. This is where this document is. This is where that document is. That document is, like, proper. This lady had a bad day. I'm not sure, but she just comes and like, why do you put this here? Why do you put that here? Get it out. Get it out. And the thing about me is that usually I'm very defensive. I'll be like, no, but that day I just kept quiet. And it was as if my keeping quiet upset her. So she was like, that's why am I not speaking or something? Or can I not hear? Am I deaf? And I was like, should I go, oh, if you don't talk, I will slap you in an organization. For what? Like, do you get? But I knew that it wasn't really about me at that moment. It was more about wherever she was going, however she was feeling. But I was so angry. And I started crying, not there, but I went to the bathroom and I cried. I was going to meet one of the HR ladies, and I spoke up to her, like, see what I'm experiencing with this lady. And apparently, I wasn't the first. So I had some colleagues that would tell me this is how she was, this is what she had done here and done there. But I think maybe because I was a copper, she saw me as lesser than human. Because the way she spoke was wicked. I remember sharing one day with one of the ladies, and this lady sort of told me that I should pray about it. Now, that's my issue when it comes to Christianity in the workplace in Nigeria. Honestly, I really hurt. Like, I didn't know how hurt I was until I saw somebody that was in that organization, and I flared up and I was like, oh my God, you've not gotten over this thing. So the reason why I was angry, I'll explain to you. So I told the lady that, see what's happening to me in my office, in my cubicle, see how I'm being treated. The lady goes, oh, I understand, people have complained about this before, I'm so sorry, don't worry, you have 4 months left, yada yada. One even told me that when I'm feeling like anxious, because I'm having anxiety. I was having anxiety. It was affecting me, my health. This lady now goes and she tells me, oh, pray about it. Oh, don't worry. Like, when you come to the office, just take a few minutes, speak in tongues, pray in the Holy Ghost. I'm just like, you guys know that somebody is verbally assaulting people and are telling me to pray in the Holy Ghost. Well, there was a myth that she was one of the best minds, but pray in the Holy Ghost. I understand the power of prayer, but I also understand the power of discipline. I remember the day that she said she was going to slap me. One of my colleagues said, Ugo, if that woman touches you, or if she even verbally assaults you again, I want you to go and report to your director, and I will be eyewitness, even though I did not see anything. That was how bad it was getting, because it became abuse. it became abuse. But let me just tell you guys what happened one day. One day, so they used to make us like wash their plates and everything. And I remember one day, this lady left and went to her house. She told me to wash her plates, and I think I forgot. Split of the day. I woke up by 7 o'clock in the night. I called her. I started crying. I was like, let me see. I forgot to wash her plate. Oh my god. Like, let me see was like, hey, something is clearly wrong. I went to the office at 5 a.m. so that I could wash her plate so early and so clean, so that when she comes, so that it would have dried by the time she comes to the office, or I would have, dried it up. Like, that was sort of toxic behavior I was in, all in the name of big organization. No, it wasn't worth it at all. At all. I used to cry when I went to church. I would cry because I felt like I was being abused. In fact, let me tell you where I knew that I had it up to here. So this lady, apparently she sings really good, and yeah, she sings really good. Not even apparently, she sings really good, and she's in the choir in her church. So I remember one day, started upsetting me so much. She now started to sing. I remember the song. She was like, "You deserve it." Oh God, it was beautiful. I found myself like about to just start worshiping, and when I knew it was her, I stifled it. I was like, no. And I was like, Ugo, you are hurt. No, Ugo, you are hurt. You are hurt. So that was that experience. I remember one time I had a friend that went to her church. I was like, oh, do you know this person? She goes to your church, right? The guy now goes, oh my gosh, she's a beautiful sweetheart in the choir. I was like, but I saw those little things that I was doing that wasn't really reflecting the God in me, but I knew where it was coming from. And recently I went for a party and I saw a lady that was friends with her, or not even her. I saw the lady was friends with her, and I was upset. I knew that I hadn't forgiven, and I think what hurt me was because there was even manipulation that came with it. So I remember one day, after speaking to me in one kind of weird way, she would call me the next day and tell me, oh, I feel like I have a word for you. And I'll be like, Father in heaven, you have word for me, but you haven't spoken to this lady about her character. And I remember even one day tweeting on the TL, I was like, so you mean to tell me that God reveals to you everybody's secrets, everybody's prophecy, but hasn't revealed to you how toxic your character is? Like, I was clearly hurt. So I remember when I was even leaving, somebody asked me, oh, what have you learned being here? And I said, you know what, I've learned the type of boss I don't want to be. I thought that my bosses, because the ones that were closer to me were ladies. I remember one that was even closer to my age that would speak to me in a certain way. And I was like, wow. I don't know whether it's a power thing or it's a cultural thing, but my NYSC experience was toxic. Even the camp experience was not anything to write home about. So imagine. So that's why when people ask me, like, I see people talk about NYSC on the TL, I know that this is just my own experience. So, and it's not a generalization. But if they were supposed to ask me, I would not want somebody else to do it, because I don't know if the holistic scheme is for the betterment of the copper. Do you understand? Like, in fact, it was so bad that even when I was experiencing some challenges, I didn't even know if I should say the challenges I was experiencing, because they were like, shouldn't you be grateful? You are here. Some people don't have PPA. PPA means your primary place of assignment, where they assign you to work for a year. So I felt like I was being ungrateful that I had a good PPA but was being maltreated, and I wanted to complain. I feel like there should be something like, I don't know, maybe like a welfare scheme that coppers can just talk about their well-being, like, okay, this is where I am, this is what I'm experiencing, I need help in this regard, because the HR in my office was not working at all. I'm never gonna lie. Even one told me, don't worry, inform us time when you see us on the road, when you see her on the road, you don't need to greet us, you don't owe us anything, don't worry, just stick with it. I'm like, that's why in Nigeria there are people on the road roaming around, they're anxious. People see, I don't know if this statistic is right, but I can confidently say that 75% of Nigerians in the workplace are suffering from anxiety. Like, because, so when I left that job, I'm not joking, like they usually do like something called a send-off, and they were about to do my own. I was just like, in my mind, I was just telling them, I was just saying, God, you don't need friends that had good experiences, but I'm just telling you based on mine. Like, it's not something that I would wish upon my enemy, honestly. And even me, honestly, I would actually even prefer you go and work in a school, a public school, teach and impact. Do you understand? Change lives, help people that need good education, rather than go somewhere and be somebody's slave. Honestly, like sometimes I think about it, I'm like, Ugo, if you had gone to one public school now, taught English or creative arts, do you understand? Taught some children how to take pictures with a camera, taught them video presenting, would have been more effective and very efficient. In fact, you would have been fulfilled. It would have been a fulfilling year. But I mean, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. Now, when I'm advising people, I advise them in a very different direction. Is that you should not do it or use a different approach. I understand that they don't. Well, at that time, they were not paying people well. So maybe people were not comfortable with the money. So they will be like, how can I go and teach in a public school with this sort of money? Maybe now that they have increased the money, maybe some people will try. Because I know that public schools, they some of them give accommodation. I mean, it's one of those things that you do, 1 year experience. You know, that was the life I wanted to live when I was coming back to Nigeria. But, you know, I was roped in money to make some money here and there. But honestly, this is my experience. Like I said, not a generalization, but it was not good. That's all I have to say. It wasn't good. In fact, I didn't want to go deep inside it. I feel like I still need to work through the process of forgiveness and just be whole. Because I'm telling you, like I think I blocked all of them on my social media. Like I've unfollowed them because I was upset. I had the Christian ones that were not able to stand up for me. The ones that were just telling me to go to the bathroom and be speaking in tongues. You know, nothing. Do you understand? And you work in HR. Yeah. Oh well. It's alright. I just said let me just gist you guys, catch up, because actually, like, I've not been here in a long time, so I'm sure there's a lot of catching up that would happen. Like I said, I have a podcast now. It's called I Don't Know But with Ugo the Gogo. So I discuss everything about life, about faith, about my journey as an adult, my journey in faith, and all that juice there. So stay locked in, guys. Love and swag. Bye.